Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant. Having yourself a great day as always. I keep having loads of bunnies spawning around my blood magic area. It's like, guys, you don't want to be here. It's all bloody and messy and I didn't clean afterwards, but they keep spawning everywhere. It's not the right place to be having bunnies. But hey, I guess if they want to spawn there, they can spawn there. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to carry on our blood magic. This is fairly close to when we finished recording the last episode, so it hasn't really been that long. The node hasn't really had much time to grow. All I've been doing is making blank slates, and that's, you know, it's one of the evils of blood magic that you need to make a bazillion blank slates to be able to upgrade your altar. So I've been doing that. I got a pretty decent amount of them, which is good. But before we go into that, I want to make a sanity checker from Farmcraft because I've had a couple of eldritch encounters. Now I don't really want to speak about them because, well, they're quite private, aren't they? But I've had a couple of eldritch encounters, and the last one was where it went all foggy and I had a guardian spawn. So I want to make sure that I'm not going too mental. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm that close, but I would like to check anyway. So before we can do this, we need to make a few things because we have to make one of these guys, and the first one is going to be making a glass pane, I believe. So to do this, and let's have a look inside here because we want to make ourselves a sanity checker, and we need a mirrored glass, which is a quicksilver and a glass pane. So let's craft one of these. We need a glass pane wherever you're hiding out. There we go. And we need some quicksilver. Cool. Now give us our mirrored glass pane. And let's look at the other things we need. I know we need a zombie brain, so we'll grab one of those. And what's the other thing? We need... oh, we just need a diamond. That's fine. There we go. Okay. So hopefully this is going to work. We do need to use a thermometer in the middle, which, you know, kind of sucks, but hey-ho. So there's that. We need our mirrored glass, which will pop here. And our zombie brain. Now, it's not going to be spaced out nicely, but it's, you know, you can't really do much when it's free. So we'll do this, and we'll put this one, I don't know, let's just put it there. Alright, let's hope that this works. I think I have enough stuff inside here to be able to suffice for what it needs, but I have actually got all the Eldritch stuff. You're wondering how I'm able to do this. I have opened up the Eldritch tab right here. I've learned as much as I can, and one of them was the sanity checker. We've got more stuff down here. I need to become a little bit more insane and learn some of this as well as scan some of it to be able to get that research, but eventually we'll get to that, and then we'll be able to go to the Eldritch dimension, which should be fairly funky. I believe it's eating all of its essentia at the minute. But the other stuff I want to do today is I want to be able to get ourselves a higher tier altar and blood orb, as well as maybe start looking into some of the rituals and a few items that we can make. Maybe some more sigils. There we go. Good stuff. So I am currently... I'm about just I'm under 1/3, I would say. You can see in the top left-hand corner, we've got a little bar there, a little vial with weird purpley stuff in it. I'm about just under 1/3, so we're actually looking alright. I think we're okay, so yeah, we don't have to worry about too much about that for the time being. Because if it starts getting too high, I'll start using things like the soap, and we'll start having baths. Because we smell, and the Eldritch guys love guys that smell. So maybe we'll start doing that. But let's look at upgrading our altar. First things first, we want to upgrade it to a tier 2 altar. And for this, we're going to need blood runes. Now, I've made a few of these. I've got 86 in the blank slate, so we're doing fairly good. And we need all of these. But I would quite like to be able to make speed ones, because there's ones that enhance speed. And to do this, we need sugar, we need blank runes and such. So we can do that. And this will give us a load of speedy runes. Now, I'd like to really fill the whole lot up, so we're going to need 8 of these in total. So let's have a looky-see at making some more of these guys. So let's pop you in there. So we need 6, 7, 8. Cool. And let's do this. Sweet. So when it comes to upgrading your altar, you can place runes around it. They have to be in a particular order. We are going to have to kind of break our stuff here, which kind of sucks, but hey ho, that's the way of it. So let's break this one. I'm just going to do it by hand because I'm lazy. Here we go. And you don't have to use speed runes. You can use whatever runes you like. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Oh. It wasn't meant to go like that. How do we change this size? Oh, there we go. I can see it changing the bottom. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to place these around it. And this should give us what we're looking for. And I want to make sure that we don't lose any of these blocks. So we'll do this. And I don't know if we can place a pressure plate on top of these blocks, but we're going to find out. So we'll do you. There we go. Oh, there we go. And that should now be a higher tier altar for us. Although my orb has disapparated. I wonder if it's gone inside here. It's probably inside here. Let's have a look. Blood orb? Blood orb? Orb? There we go. Good stuff. Alright, so now we should have a tier 2 altar. And if we have a look, use our diviner here. Yeah, we got a tier 2 blood altar, which is good. So we can use this, which is great. Now let's see if our pressure plate works on these as well. Because that's, you know, pretty important. So let's pop you on there. And I wonder if there's a way of being able to tell how this does it. Yeah, there is. Let's do this. Pop you there. Let's go get some redstone and see if this works. Because that thing over there probably already has power in it. So, uh-oh. Something's following you. So if I put you on there, stand here. Yeah, it does. Good stuff. All right. I'm cool about that. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't pass a redstone signal, but it looks like it still does, which is gravy. So you guys can go on there. And what the speed runes do is they speed up the process of being able to make stuff inside our altar. Now, there's different types of runes that we can have. Eventually, we're going to want to upgrade it to use other runes than speed runes. But for now, I like using speed runes because in the early game, you have to make tons of slates. And that can take some time. So if we come over here, and we now have 10,000 in there, we're going to do a little bit of sacrifice. And let's just wait for our healing to kick in. Any second now. Any second now. There we go. We can start doing some sacrificing. Cool beans. How much we got in here? 10,000. Maybe the limit still is 10,000. I think it's the limit in our network that gets bigger. So let's go and make ourselves a bigger orb. Now I believe if we're going to make ourselves the next orb, and I would kind of like to be able to get to tier 3 today if we can. The next one's going to be the apprentice blood orb, which requires an emerald and 5,000. So let's grab ourselves a... Oh man, I don't have any emeralds. That totally sucks. I wonder if I have any over this way. Emeralds? No? Okay. Alright, we're going to make our way back to base then. Grab some from there. Let's head back. It's been ages since I've gone back to the overworld. I don't know. I just haven't needed to go here for anything. So let's head downstairs. It's been so long that the world like takes ages to load now. So let's grab an emerald. And we'll head back to the magical dimension, which is magic. Cool. So this will allow us to get a better blood orb. Now, we really want a tier 3 altar before we can start doing anything super funky. But for now, this will do the trick. I would like to see how many more runes I can make. Let's leave that doing its thing because it's got more than enough blood in there to do that. Let's craft as many of these as we can. How much stone do I have left? Oh, 15 stone. I'm going to need more stone than that. I wonder if I have some inside my builder's pouch. Let's have a look. Building. Oh, yes, we've got loads. Good stuff. Okay. Alright, let's put those guys inside there. So, we want to make ourselves a load more of these. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and 23. I wonder if that's going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it should be. That should be enough. I'm not going to upgrade these into special ones just yet. Augmented capacity is pretty good because that increases the size, but one that I would like is the Rune of Self-Sacrifice, which requires glowstone and the like. I didn't really want to use loads of glowstone for this just yet. Maybe we'll start, maybe we'll start doing that soon, but for now, we'll just stick with this. But there we go. Cool beans. So that gives us our apprentice's blood orb. And we can use this to do other things. So if we have a look at the uses, we can use it inside the alchemical chemistry sets, which is pretty cool. We can use it to make lava crystals, water sigils. So infinite water. Pretty cool, right? We can make more blood runes, void sigils, air sigils. Yeah, there's a few things that we can make, which is pretty cool. Runes of self-sacrifice require the apprentice's blood orb. But for now, we're just going to, you know, we're going to try and rush the next tier of altar, I think. So now that we've got this, we want to go a little bit lower to it. Now, I'm hoping this isn't going to go ahead and kind of mess up my my design much. But we basically want to do it around here. So we're going to go around. Oh, I almost went off the edge right there. Yeah, we're going to go around like this. Here we go. And we're going to go around a bit more. Eventually, we're going to need to move this. Well, eventually, this whole area is probably going to be our altar. Because it's eventually going to get a lot bigger than this. But for now, this should do the trick. So let's come out here. And then we'll break these guys. And we're going to want to dig into the tree a little bit. There we go. And now we can place down our runes. So what we want to do, and I believe this is how we do it, because I haven't made one of these in some time, is we're going to go around, we're going to place these along like this on the edges. We want to make sure that we're leaving one gap, so we don't want to place it here, basically. So we'll do that. Let's place another one there. And we'll come out this way. And we want to do the same over here as well, so let's bring this out. Cool beans. And let's grab you. And we'll do that. Cool, cool. So that's looking pretty much there. We just need to build up the edges. So we need 2 going up from here. So we're probably just going to use these again. So let's do that. Cool, cool. And we need to get ourselves some glowstone, which should finish this one up for us. And this allows us to really start doing some cool stuff. The reason I didn't want to make the other runes to be able to augment it was because I wanted to get to it as fast as I can, because we're not going to be hanging around at this stage too long, but we need this stage to be able to make some of the cooler stuff. So once we put these on here, there we go. It should now be a tier 3. Yeah, cool beans. All right, and we can place these back around here for now. There we go. Probably going to run out. I don't think I have any spares on me at the minute. I think they're all back in the other world, but hey, that's fine. Oh, no, we're good. Yeah, look at that. Sweet. All right. And I didn't interfere with our stuff underneath as well, which is pretty cool. I like that. I was expecting it to get a little bit kind of broken, but it does look like it's doing its thing. So while we're here, let's do some sacrificing. We'll get this back up to full. And then we're going to make another tier of blood orb, because we're trying to rush it as fast as we can. So the next tier of blood orb is going to be, if we have a look inside here, let's see if we can find it with, actually, you know what, let's just put in orb, because that's a lot easier, isn't it? There we go. The next one that we want is the magician's blood orb. Now this requires 25,000 LP, so it needs a lot of LP inside there, and this will give us a magician. Well, we need a block of gold to be able to do that. So I'm going to need to stand here for a little while and sacrifice, but we should be able to do it. So let's get a block of gold. Here we go. Good stuff. And we're going to start doing the old sacrificing, which is going to be fun. So we'll pop you in there. And we'll start doing the old sacrificing. So I'm going to be here for a little while. I'm going to carry on doing this, guys. And when we eventually get ourselves the magician's blood orb, we'll be back. And we'll start looking into maybe doing some type of ritual. Who knows? But I'll see you in a moment. And there we go. Good stuff. We managed to do it. It did take a little bit of time, because we didn't really upgrade our runes underneath. It would have been a lot easier if we upgraded our runes underneath. But like I said, I'm trying to rush this part of it. So that will give us the magician's blood orb. Now, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this one, but I think all of the orbs are backwards compatible. So anything that we could have made with that orb, we can make with this orb. Yeah, lava crystal, water sigil. It looks like we can do that, which is pretty good. So we can go ahead and link this guy to us, and we should be able to see that we have 5,200 LP in the system. Let's go ahead and throw these inside here, because we're probably not going to need this for a little while. And we do want to get some blood in there, so let's make sure that we try and, you know, fill this up as much as possible. There we go. How much is inside our network? 3,435. So we could do with a little bit more in there. And I think what we're going to make now And there's a couple of things we can do. We do want to start looking into sacrificing animals, but more importantly, sacrificing villagers, because they give us the most. We don't have to sacrifice ourselves. We can sacrifice other things. And the dagger of sacrifice is probably going to be the main thing that we're going to use from that. Now, there's a couple of ways of being able to do the sacrificing. Obviously, we can do it manually by hand. We're probably going to set up some sort of spawner so that we can do it that way, because I don't want to... You know, I don't want to have to do it manually for ages, but we can do that, and we can do it manually, or we can do it automatically. We probably are going to do it the blood magic way. I think I'm going to use something like one of the rituals. You know, we could do something like a well of sacrifice or something along those lines, but I believe we need to get a bigger altar before we can do that. So that might take a little bit of time before we can do that, but yeah. So overall, we're looking pretty good. Now, let's have a gander at some of these rituals, because rituals are pretty important in blood magic, and to be able to do rituals, we need lots of different things. But more importantly, the best one that we can use is a ritual diviner, because this will allow us to basically set out our rituals without us having to remember what the rituals look like. So for this, we need diamonds, emeralds, we need all of these magubbins. So let's go and start grabbing some of these. And the first thing that I think we're going to do is we're going to make all of the chalk pieces for it. So obsidian is one of them. The other one is going to be, if we grab some of this, there we go, and we get ourselves a slam. Cool, cool. So a magma cream will be the other. So we need a magma cream, we need obsidian. Let's put these in here because we don't need these on us for the time being. There we go. The other one that we can use is, let's have a look inside here because we want the ritual diviner. So magma cream, and these need to be a tier 3 ore. So yeah, we need an obsidian, we need a block of lapis, and a ghast tier. So let's start by getting ourselves a ghast tier, and we're probably only going to have time today to do a very basic ritual, but at least we can do a ritual. And the other one is the lapis, so we'll grab a block of the lapis. Cool, cool. I think each one of these takes about 1,000 LP to do its thing, so we'll start by doing these. How much have you got in there? 4,136. So we should have enough in there to do all of these. So there's our first one, and you can do this. Now, you don't need a ritual diviner for this, and you'll find out later on why you don't need a ritual diviner for this, but it is very handy to have a ritual diviner. Basically, we're going to be placing down blocks in a particular order, and these blocks will require chalk to be written on them, depending on the type of ritual that we do. So if we do a water ritual, which is probably the one that we're going to do, just you know, just for demonstration purposes, it will require water runes, and to be able to do that, we'll place runes down, and then we'll write on them with the inscription tool of water. But the thing that we're going to make will do that for us. So it's real handy because it tells you what you need as well. So let's quickly head back and grab ourselves old emeralds. You know what? You're coming with me. Make my life a million times easier. So let's head back to the magical world. I love how I go back there and come back, you know, real fast, and the world just doesn't have time to load. Like, everything's continuously kind of breaking and lagging around me while I'm there, because I don't let it load in time. So now that we've got these, we should be able to make our ritual diviner. So let's have a looky-see inside here. So the ritual diviner requires all of this. There we go. And now I believe we can shift-click and get the different types of rituals. So the ritual full spring is going to be the one that we need. And we're going to decide where we want this. So first things first, we're going to need to get ourselves a master ritual stone. We need this for pretty much any of them. So let's have a little gandery see inside here. A master ritual stone. For this we need ritual stones. We need a buttload of these, which means we need, have a guess, we need more blank slates. Actually, we might even need reinforced slates for this. Let's have a look. I believe it's reinforced slates for the master ritual stone, which means I'm going to need to give them a little bit more loving before we can do it. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's just oh yeah, no, we need ritual, we need reinforced slates to be able to do this. These are a tier 2 one with a blank slate. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make all of the little bits and bobs for these, and we'll be back because I'm basically just gonna have to stand here for a little while and do some sacrifice and whatnot. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a mo. Alright, so I've got most of the bits I need. I've made my master ritual stone, which is good. I've also got some ritual stones. We're going to need to use this lava crystal. Now, I've made this guy. It's pretty easy to make. You just need obsidian, lava buckets, diamonds, and whatnot. And we need to throw this in our pool because this is going to require 10,000 LP. So it's going to require basically a full altar's worth of LP. And this is going to give us a weak activation crystal. Now, we can use this. There we go. We can use this to do weak activations of rituals. And some of them require weak ones. Some of them require more expensive ones. But we can't do the more expensive ones until we get, I believe, into demon summoning. So that's going to be a little while just yet. But I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of ritualing. And let's find a place to do it. Actually, you know what, we might just do it here. It might look kind of fancy right here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves this. It should be on the Ritual of Full Spring. And I believe what we can do, if we find... Oh, went a little bit too far. Ritual of a high jump, magnetism, crusher, speed. We want... Regen. Near. Gaia. There's a lot of rituals. There's a fair few. Song of Evaporation. There's a lot here that I've never actually played with, which is kind of cool, you know. I'm kind of excited to give them a go. But that's the Ritual of Full Spring. So I believe what we can do is we can place down our Ritual Stone, and it should do the rest of it for us, if I've got it right. Yeah, there we go. So there's one. That's two. I believe that's pretty much it for the Full Spring one. And you can see that it hasn't used any of the fuel up, or any, it hasn't damaged our Ritual Diviner. And we could have done this by placing down the stones ourselves, these ritual stones, and painting on the runes, the water runes, with the water chalk that we made originally. But that would have used durability up on the tool. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this down a little bit further into the ground. Now we know how big it is. So let's just dig this out a little bit. Here we go. Because we don't want our water going all over the show, do we? So we'll do a little bit of this. There we go. And we will put our Master Ritual Stone down there. And we'll do that. And I believe that's pretty much all we need to do. We just need to use our weak activation crystal now. And you feel a pull, but you are too weak to push any further. Ah, there we go. Good stuff. A rush of energy flows through the ritual. It's I've always found these rituals to be a little bit kind of here, there, or everywhere. But it looks like we've got it this time. So there's that. Now we can go inside here. And, oh, let's grab this guy. You can see that we have 13,675 LP in my personal network. If I was to use this water for any reason, so what we want, 13,675. If we put that there, and then do that, you should see it's gone 13,650. So every time we take some water, it's going to use 25 LP. So, you know, pretty cool. I like that. I think it's a funky little addition. I think we can place these back down like this now. There we go. And we've got ourselves our own little water spring here. How cool is that? It shouldn't use up any LP from our network unless we actually take any of them. So if we double check again, 13,000. So this should bring us down to 13,625. Let's double check. Yeah, there we go. Cool beans. And that's pretty much the simplest ritual we can do to get ourselves started. There is also one that allows us to get lava, which is pretty cool. There's ones that allow us to get obsidian and such. There's ones that allow us to hurt animals around us, speed up plant growth, give us regeneration, give us speed, make us take no fall damage. There's a ton of different rituals, and a lot have been added since I last played with blood magic, which is back in Blood and Bones ages ago. We got really far into it, but like I say, a lot has been added since then. That was before Demon Invasion, so it should be, you know, pretty cool to play around with it. But for now, I think that's going to be that for today's episode, guys. We did pretty well. You know, we got a sanity checker. We managed to make sure that we haven't gone too mental just yet. We're getting there, but we haven't properly gone off the ropes. And we did ourselves our first ritual. We upgraded our altar by 2 levels. and a look at some of the different runes we can use for our altar. I'm probably going to go ahead and change the runes around by the next episode to be self-sacrifice runes, and then we'll start looking into setting up an automated way to get LP. It's probably going to be some sort of villager dismembering device to be able to do that, because villagers give us the most amount of LP when sacrificed. But I think that's pretty much going to be that. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. Oh my god. And goodbye!